Well, hello, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm so glad you're here and I am starving, but first I want to show you what I made for dinner. I made a grilled chicken flatbread with creamy tzatziki sauce with red onions, olives, tomatoes, and cucumbers. So stick around, I am about to show you how I made it. So let's get started. We're going to start off with the marinade for our chicken, and it's going to be 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1/4 cup of lemon juice, a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and a teaspoon of salt. And of course you can adjust your seasonings to your taste. And I'm going to add a teaspoon of oregano. We're going to give that a stir. And then open my chicken and coat my chicken in my marinade. And we're going to let that marinate for about 15 minutes while I get all my other ingredients ready. Just get that in there and coat your chicken on both sides with the marinade you just mixed up. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and let it marinate. We're going to get the rest of our ingredients ready. After you handle raw chicken, just clean your surface before you move on. So I also have fresh pita bread from Costco, and I've mentioned this before. This pita bread is the best I've ever had. So we're going to warm these in a dry skillet or on a griddle. I think I'll probably just warm up my griddle. For the tzatziki sauce, you're going to need 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt. One tablespoon of lime juice or lemon. 2 tablespoons of dried dill. If you were using fresh dill, you'd use 1/4 cup. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to go ahead and mix this well, and then I'll grate my cucumber and add it. You're going to want about 1/2 of a large cucumber. Okay, I have about a 5-6 inch cucumber. I'm going to grate it, and I'm going to leave the peeling on and grate it onto my paper towel so that it can absorb the moisture from the cucumber as I grate. And then we'll add that. Just throw that out. So it looks like about a 1/2 cup. First, I want to press some of the moisture out onto this paper towel. And now we're going to add that to our Greek yogurt. Stirring that in. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator while I grill my chicken. So to a small bowl, I'm going to add whatever tomatoes you want to add. I'll probably add not quite this whole container. I'll do maybe half. But I think I'll go ahead and half these and then get the rest of my ingredients ready. I'm going to marinate these in just a little bit of Italian dressing or whatever dressing, maybe just some olive oil and some salt and pepper, just to give it a little bit extra pizzazz. I have some olives that I'm going to go ahead and add a 1/2. All I have is green olives. I like the Kalamata. I think that's how you pronounce it. I went to the grocery store and did not think about those. But I'm going to throw these in the bowl with the tomatoes. I have the other 1/2 of that cucumber. I'm going to use about 1/2 of that. And we're going to half that. And then just cut it into cubes. and add that to the bowl. Now some red onion. And I'm going to do about half. Okay, we'll add that to the bowl. Cleaning up a little bit as I go. I'm just going to drizzle with a little olive oil and some salt and pepper. Stir that around. A little pinch of salt. And some black pepper. A little stir and let that marinate while we get our chicken ready now. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look gorgeous? That looks like summer in a bowl in the middle of February. All right, I'm getting my chicken on, and I'm going to use my griddle tonight. I really don't want to go outside and use the Blackstone. And it's basically the same. I need to buy a grill. I don't have a grill. I'm going to check the chicken, turn it over. So I have this thermometer, just a cheap thermometer from Walmart. I'm going to check my temperature, 165 degrees, and we're done. So the chicken's almost done. I'm going to move it over to one side. I'm going to grill my pitas now. I'm going to just grill them on both sides. And I'm going to take the chicken off and slice it. I'm going to let it rest for about 10 minutes and then I'm going to slice it. Look how perfectly juicy this is. Let's put one together. We're going to put a generous helping of the tzatziki sauce on that warm pita. Then we're going to top it with the chicken all over. That looks amazing. And then with some of the fresh vegetables. So like I said, you could use crumbled feta, or you can top it with just some block feta. You can crumble that on top. But there you have a fresh Mediterranean meal at home.